Hello students, today we are going to learn something new about basically section B of writing. This is basically for class 8th and today we are going to start about notice writing. Now before beginning with how to write a notice, we need to get to know about what is a notice. So notice is what? Notice is the shortest possible written information. It is a piece of information for the people concerned. Okay, it gives you the necessary details. It is a formal written announcement that is published or displayed for all to see. Now notices are put up on various notice boards, as you also know, as you have seen also in your schools. It is also there in the colleges, offices, companies, etc. and so on. So the nature of the notice, it may differ from profession to profession or from institution to institution. It depends upon what type of the event or the business or the transaction it does. Right now, what are the characteristics of a good notice? How to write a good notice? What are the, first of all, the characteristics of a good notice? Now first is, it is as I told you before also, it is a formal form of communication, so it should be written in a formal way. Secondly, it should be precise. The notice should be precise. It should be to the point, and the ideal length of a notice, it should be of 50 words. It should not exceed more than 50 words. The length of the whole notice should be it should not exceed 50 words. Okay, and while writing the notice, we should keep in mind that it should have the usage of the sentences through which you write. It should be short, and you should use simple words first of all. So it should be, first of all, it should be precise, to the point, and the sentences that you use should be short, and you should use simple words. Next is that the presentation should be very neat and tidy, so that it is readable and it is legible. Okay, so the presentation should be very neat and readable. Next is that it should have a very eye-catching heading or the caption, so that the person to whom it is concerned can easily find out what the notice is about. So the heading should be very eye-catching, a very good heading that you need to write. Next important point for a good notice is that the notice should be put in a box. A very important point for characteristics of a notice, that it should be put in a box. Okay, so it should be not exceed 50 word limit is of 50 words. Okay, you should keep use simple and short sentences. It should be precise, to the point. Okay, and the presentation should be legible. It should be readable and neat, and the points arranged should be according to the priority. It should be according to the event and according to the priority, and it should have a very good eye-catching caption or the heading. It should have that. Now let's move on to the format of a notice. What is the format of a notice? Let me explain to you that. Now for the format of the notice, first you will write down first of all, the name of the institution or name of the school. Okay, then you'll write down notice in capital letters. You'll write down notice. Then in the left hand side, you'll write down the date. Date will come on the left hand side corner. Then in the third line, you'll write down heading, or the title or the caption that you'll give to the notice. That will be the heading. And then you'll start with the body or the matter. All students are hereby informed that you'll start with this with the body, and then mainly the notice answers these three questions. First is what, when, and where. These are the three questions that your notice should answer. First of all, what the notice is about, what the event is about, so that is what. Then when is that event is going to happen, you'll write down that deals with the date or the time that answers the question of when will that event will happen. So date and time will come for the for when, and where is your venue basically. So these three are the things that needs to be answered in your notice, and only then your notice will be complete with the adequate details. Okay, and after writing all the about the body and the matter, then you will write down in the left hand side, you'll write down the name and your designation. Designation is what? It is sort of a description or a title or a name given to someone, or someone particular, that the name or title is given. So that is what, like for designation, a head boy, head girl, CCA captain or anything. So that is the designation that you'll write down. Okay, so first of all, what, when and where is the three things that needs to be answered in your notice. Then you'll write, I told you that it should not exceed 50 words is the word limit. It is a word limit, and this should come in the notice should be put up in a box. That is a must. Okay, so this is the format of a notice. Now let's start with the first sample question that I'll give you, so that you get to know more about how to write a notice. Now the first question that comes is, you are the cultural secretary of the school. Write a notice to inform all the students about annual day celebration in the school. Give all the required details. So the notice is about what? The annual day celebration that the school is going to organize. So let's begin with the notice. Let's see if the format and this we can match it or not. Okay, now first we'll start with the name of the school or the name of the institution. As it is not mentioned in the question, you can write any name of the school. You can write your name of your school's name. If it is mentioned in the question, the school name, then you'll write that name only. Okay, so here you'll write the name of the institution. Now I'll write Kendriya Vidyalaya. Kendriya Vidyalaya, Kashipur. Now in the next line, you'll write down in capital notice. Okay, then you'll write down in the left hand side corner, you'll write down the date. Then you'll write down the heading. Heading will come as annual day celebration. Annual day celebration, that will be the heading. Now let's begin with the matter. All the students are hereby informed that the school is going to celebrate its annual day on 20 April 2020 in the school playground at 10 a.m. The students who are interested students who are interested to participate in dance, drama, song, etc. should give their names to their respective house masters latest by 10 April 2020. For more information, contact the undersigned. Then you'll write down the name. And then the designation is here. What is it here? It is written here as cultural secretary in the question. So you'll write here as cultural secretary. And now the notice should be put up in a box. So this is the notice. Now let's see. First, I told the name of the institution will come here. Name of the institution, then the date, then notice, then the heading. This is the heading, annual day celebration. Now all the students are hereby informed that the school is going to celebrate its annual day. This is the answer to what. It answers to the what question, annual day. What it is about. The notice is about annual day celebration on 20th April 2020 in the school playground at 10 a.m. 20th April, so this gives us on when it is going to be organized, right? So it answers the question of when, right? What, first of all, then it answers the question of when, and then in the school playground, so it gives us what? The answers to the question of where it is going to be organized, right? So the answer to the question of where is answered here in the school playground at 10 a.m. So these three details are here itself: what, when, and where. Three things that needs to be there in a notice are being put up here. And students who are interested to participate in dance, drama, song, etc. should give their names to their respective house masters latest by 10th April 2020. For more information, contact the undersigned. So this is how you'll need to write the notice. Here the name is not mentioned in the question, so you can write any anonymous name. Don't write XYZ or ABC. This is wrong. You should not write the name as this, but if in the question if the name is not mentioned, so you can write any name you want. Don't write these two, XYZ or ABCD. You can write any name. If the name over here, the question, if it is here, in the question the name is mentioned, you have to write that name itself, right? If it's a you are the, if the name is there, you, or the name would be here Abhishek, so you'll have to write Abhishek here in your notice. If it's not here, then you can write any name, and you will not write ABC or XYZ. It is not correct. Okay, let's start with the second sample of the question. Now this is another type of question for the notice. Now see, the question here mentions your school is going to publish school magazine shortly. Write a notice as the head boy of the school inviting entries for the same. Now here let's begin when we write the question for the notice. Basically write the name of the institution, Kendriya Vidyalaya. Kashipur. Same goes for the name also, the name of the school. If it is mentioned in the question, you'll have to write that name itself. If it is not mentioned, then you can write your name, your school's name. Then write down notice. Then you'll write down here the date, left hand side. Then you'll write down the heading. Heading is here inviting school entries. Inviting entries for school magazine. Okay, let's begin writing the notice. All the students are hereby informed that the school is going to publish the school magazine Alchemist. That's the name of the magazine. School Alchemist shortly. All are requested to bring articles, poems, drawings, etc. for the same till 10 April 2020 till 10th April 2020 and submit it to the respective class teachers. The work should be original. For more information, contact the undersigned. Then you'll write down the name. Boys can write down Rohit. Girls can write down Manya, any name that you want. Manya. And then the designation is head boy for the boy and head girl for the girls, they can write down. Then you'll put this in a box. So this notice is ready now. This is the notice inviting entries for the school magazine. All the students are hereby informed that the school is going to publish the school magazine Alchemist shortly, and all are requested to bring articles, poems, drawings for the same till 10th April. It's answering to the question of when, and submit it to the respective class teachers, and the work should be original. For more information, contact the undersigned. So this is a second sample question. Now I'm giving you one question that you can do on your own so that it becomes more clear to you. Okay, So this is a question that you can do at home, and you can do if it will become more clear to you. Your school is going to organize a dance competition for the students of 6th to 8th. Inventing all the necessary details. Write a notice in not more than 50 words. Sign yourself as Veena or Varun, the CCA captain. Do not forget to put the notice in a box. So the word limit should be 50 words and it should be written in a box, and you know how to necessary details you can write down. Okay, so that's it for today.